Hello, it's Richard of Richard's Guitars, and nice to see you again. I haven't been around for a while, as you know. If you'd like to know more about some of the reasons why I've not been posting content, please have a look at my other YouTube channel. There's a link below. I'm not going to talk about it too much right now, but just to say it's a video channel that is designed which the intent of the channel will be to help people with maybe anxiety issues and neurodiversity, autism, ADHD, that kind of thing. Help, constructive help, guidance, links, positive commentary, things that will really, I hope, help people learn more about themselves and to help people be happier and content in themselves. So there's a link below if you want to know more about that. In the meantime, let's be happy and content talking about guitars, the love of my life as it is. So 2 videos a week I'm hoping to produce for you all. Over this summer, one of the things I've been doing, which is another video entirely, I've been laying out the guidelines, if you like, of my future life. I've having another spring clean, which then became a summer clean, and now is a autumn winter clean, and I'm just constantly re-evaluating what is it that I can recommend to you, what is it that I love, why maybe something has sort of reached its sell-by date and no longer something that I can really justify being around. I should be desperate to tell you about every little development of every product in this shop, and ultimately if I don't feel that way, it shouldn't be here. Basically, the whole point of me being here is to support the people who are buying the guitars, to make sure that you get the service that you deserve, that I'm definitely receiving guitars that I feel live up to what I'm telling you they should be. You know, and just sort of reevaluating everything in my life to make sure that what I have here is true to my ethos. So it's been quite exciting, and been through all that, and now I want to settle into these little these videos and giving you updates. 2 a week. If something happens that's exciting and really needs to be told straight away, maybe there'll be 3, but I don't want to promise anything. 2 is my minimum. So today's video is about the incredible developments happening with Gordon Smith. So here's how we're moving forward with Gordon Smith. Again, in terms of so for example, this is one of those meetings, you see, the result of one of my meetings with all of these different brands about how we can be better, how can we be the very best, how can we make sure that you guys get the service that, you know, that's different, that's unique. We can either be just a guitar shop or we can do it in style, sort of thing. So here's how we're going to do it with Gordon Smith. Right. I'll start with the basics. Over the last few years, I've really been proud of a lot of the designs and cosmetics. I've really enjoyed the creative aspect of coming up with colours and designs that really work. What I want to do now is make sure that when anyone comes into the building, that we always have a really good, strong selection of the very best of the best. And I now call this the Ultimate Collection. So my Ultimate Collection is really the guitars that I always would love someone to come in and see. So the Ultimate Collection, the idea of it is to give you inspiration, give you ideas of what can be achieved with a Gordon Smith. People are still surprised when they hear that literally pretty much anything you want to happen can happen. And we want to facilitate that and make sure that you get the custom guitar of your dreams. If you don't want to wait for a custom guitar to be made, well, obviously you've got all this inspiring selection on the wall here, so you can just come in, try one, and take it away with you on the day, which is, of course, wonderful if you want to do that. I'm going to show you some examples of my babies in a moment. So park that to one side. You've got the Ultimate Collection, the best of the best Gordon Smith guitars here. I then want to make sure that you've got access to the standard range. So what I would call Gordon Smith guitars as you would imagine the standard models being, the standard. So all of the GS1, GS2, Classic T, Classic S in the standard colours. So those are all here too. So you've got the standard models in colours that you might expect to see, and that's what I kind of think of as standard range, if you like. And then you've got the Ultimate Collection, which is the wonderful, more creative designs that have, obviously they're going to be more money because there's more gone into them. But there's that and that. Now, so on top of that, what we're doing is we're having Dougie days. So if you're watching Doug, hello Dougie. Dougie days are when Doug Sparks comes into the building and he basically kind of does a bit of an office day from our place. So once or twice a month, he's coming in here, basing himself in the building to get on with his day, but to coincide obviously with visits from our customers who want to speak to the owner of Gordon Smith to basically give you an even, you know, I would love to believe that I could give you the very best experience with Gordon Smith, but surely having Doug Sparks in the building talking to you, being available to answer and all of the kind of the questions about parts availabilities. We're going through a crisis in the world at the moment with resources, so being able to speak to Doug directly about, okay, if I have this done, is it likely to cause any great delay? Are these machine heads available? Is this an option? Is this, all of this normally would have to be done and relayed through a third party. We'd have to go to speak to Doug, come back to you, might cause frustration and delays. There's nothing better than just getting involved with the man himself and talking to him, and also talking to him about any of the stock we've got on the wall. He'll know the background behind the production and why I asked for certain features, and talking to Doug as well as ourselves about the guitars that are here. My idea is you can come in to the showroom, see the standard models, and that might be all you need. That's great, they're here, they're available. You might come in hoping to find something that is already made, but is something that I'm really proud of, that I've had a part of the design creative process, and you go, oh God, that's lovely. You know there's only going to be a handful of them around because they're all my own designs, and that's exciting too. However, that next layer is using the designs that we have here to help fuel your dreams, fuel your inspiration. Talk to the owner of the business, talk about the practicalities of having that guitar built, and then having that guitar built by Doug. And you would then have direct access to Doug and the order process, and anything you need to talk to Doug about, you talk directly with Doug. So you know, that's the idea. So we've got Dougie days. I really love it. I just love the idea. So what do you think of that? I hope you like that idea. So if you're going to come into the building, I want you to have this unique experience. It's like a day out. So when you're buying a guitar from our shop, it isn't just the fact you're buying a guitar. I want you to have this immersive day out that is a day to remember, regardless of whether you even buy anything. I know we're not driven by you buying something on the day. We're driven by making sure you have a lovely time. I want you just to come here and have a lovely time. A chap came in yesterday looking at one of our first Eastman guitars that have just come in, the Juliet. And the first thing he kind of did was he saw me and said, oh, I'm not buying anything today. And I said, no. And he told me he'd come from God knows where, and he'd come on the train. And I said, that is amazing. That is fantastic. We've got the train station here. Just enjoy yourself. And that really is genuinely the motivation. If people are enjoying themselves and having a lovely time and believing in the products that we're recommending, that's the biggest sense of, feeling like we've done a job well done, if you like. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I am kind of going off on a tangent. So there we go. Now I want to show you a little bit about what you might see with the Gordon Smith. So you may or may not know, I'm going to show you the original. Okay, well this is kind of the original, but this is another take on the original. So this was I called this the Burled Walnut Deluxe, which had a gloss top and satin back and sides, mahogany body. So this is a one-piece mahogany body. But we have this beautiful, and I fell in love with it. I saw it years ago, and I used to source my own. I saw a guitar in this type by some other brand, and the burled walnut, and so I sourced it myself originally. Now Doug's now sourcing the burled walnut for me, but originally it was something that I got in, and he would then make the guitars for me, and but it was so beautiful. I just kept having it made because, and it's in a way it's become a little bit of a trademark of our Gordon Smith. Is that? Look at that! It's just beautiful. It's got the locking machine heads. Isn't that amazing? So this one is a P90 with a humbucker. Okay. Now, so that was so lovely. I had that one made, but I decided that I want it as a collection. So let me show you this one. Oh, shouldn't pull that out. Okay. So there you go. That's the new Gatsby design. But this one, so this is a Gatsby Deluxe, if you like, in a Walnut Deluxe. First one ever. What do you think of that? First one ever. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Just give it a quick. In the burled walnut. Isn't that absolutely, utterly incredible? Just beautiful, absolutely magnificent. And the Gatsby, the beautiful thing about the Gatsby is that this offset has become quite popular amongst different brands. All I can say is this particular guitar is so beautifully balanced. I think I've talked about it in a previous video, but really what I'm showing you here is the fact that this guitar doesn't exist anywhere else. And this is the first one that's ever made. I mean, how incredible is that? You can have a British-made Gordon Smith guitar, handmade in England, absolutely beautiful, utterly gorgeous. No one else has got one. I think that's rather cool. I'll turn that off. Now, this is the Griffin. This is the very latest model made by Gordon Smith. Obviously, there's a kind of an inspired shape and design here. However, very much its own thing. The Griffin has a smaller body design than what you'd normally expect a guitar of this type. It's smaller, chamfered, and the arm, this bit here, actually, rather than it feeling all bulky and kind of a little bit unwieldy, you've got this beautiful armrest. I mean, it literally fits beautifully. This piece of wood just fits so that you can play the guitar and feel really comfortable. It's very hard. You have to try it to actually, I suppose, be understanding or appreciating of it. Look at that. Huh. Just awesome. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Tell me if you think it is. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't like it. So that's what's going on. So that's the walnut. Whoa, let's just classic. What do you call it? Guitar stand issues with that guitar. Not really designed for being put in a guitar stand. So the walnut, the Walnut Deluxe collection, as you might say, is all here. I'm also looking to expand on this with another really exciting development, which is one is the thing I'm going to do what I call a modern T in the same design with a humbucker in the neck with a single coil. But it's with all of the nice kind of comfort contouring. It's it's another model that we do that's really popular with, so like a classic T, but with more contours that feel really comfortable when you're playing it, sort of like a modern feel, but still very much a classic T. And the humbucker in the neck with a single coil, really, really popular. I personally love it because you've got the humbuckery tones in the neck, but that's going to look gorgeous in this collection. And then there is a guitar that I don't even know whether I'm allowed to talk about too much, but let's just call it a sort of a sort of a modern kind of a more rock guitar-y type thing, which Doug's working on behind the scenes. I've been asking for this damn guitar for years, years and years and years, but we're slowly getting to the point where something I think might be available to show you, which is along the lines of what I've been asking for. So that's coming too, and I've asked for that to be in this finish too. So we have a whole kind of burled walnut collection. Those are the kind of things you can see when you come here. I mean, I'll just quickly show you something else. Hang on. Oh, which ones do I show you? Oh, oh my God. Okay, let's go with this. I found a couple of sort of varying ones. This is kind of in that middle between the standard collection and then the sort of what I'd call the ultimate collection. I would consider this part of my ultimate collection, and the reason being is it's inspired by the kind of Hank Marvin guitar, and I just love the colour. I love the colour. I love the gold, and I love the sort of simplicity. Oh. I love the simplicity yet the beauty of that colour combination, the gold and the red. It's really beautiful. So that is kind of ultimate collection territory, even though the colour is not too far away from a normal one. And then look at this little baby here. Oh my God. So this is the Gatsby again with the full, this time with the full contour, which I've taken off on the other one. I call that the flat top Gatsby. And this one is a sort of Gatsby with the full curve here and the contouring around the back. But look at the neck. Oh, I don't know when the light. Well, yeah, there we go. The light can get all the. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the matching headstock. Yes. Really beautiful. So there we go. They're just producing the most utterly divine guitars, but you don't need to go direct to Gordon Smith. Come to me, talk to me. The thing is, if you, on a very selfish level, if you see this video and you get inspired to buy a Gordon Smith guitar and you want us to be involved, then we can still get you very much involved directly with Gordon Smith. But if you speak to us, it just gives us that connection. You know, ultimately it pays the bills because if you don't mention us that we've kind of introduced this to you, then obviously we don't benefit. But if you contact us, tell us what your needs are, we will get the ball rolling for you, and we will make sure you're directly in contact with Doug, and the order process is all very, very efficiently handled by Doug and his team. So it works really, really well. I just have to rely on you contacting us, or else it doesn't work. Not for me anyway. So there we go. I hope you love it, and I hope you love these. I'm going to put photographs of these online, so you'll see photographs of all of the new burled walnuts, and let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about the idea with working with Doug and the whole concept. Tell me if you think it's fun. Okay, cheers. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.